Hey everybody, and welcome back to CCLP1. We are in the middle of another story segment here, so let's read it. Chip leaped off the runaway train just in time. As he tumbled down the railroad embankment, he glimpsed the locomotive, failing to negotiate a sharp curve. The ear-shattering roar of the subsequent derailment and explosion followed him down the steep hillside and into the water-filled ditch that broke his fall. "Whew, that was close," he exclaimed, shaking off muddy water and wiping his glasses. More explosions boomed down from above while he limped out of the ditch. "At least I took out part of Maximus's army," he thought. "I suppose it's too much to hope that Maximus himself was on board. But now how am I supposed to get to San Francisco?" Then he noticed where he was. The ditch he had fallen into was actually a storm sewer, and just ahead of him it flowed into a 10-foot-high pipe burrowing through the hill. That must empty into San Francisco Bay, he realized. It's a perfect shortcut. He felt a rush of nervousness at entering that impenetrable blackness, and facing whatever might lurk within it. But for Melinda's sake, he had no choice. Gritting his teeth, he groped his way into the sewers. The sewers. Alright, so this level is a lot of fun. I really like it a lot. So the idea of this level is that you're supposed to go through a lot of areas multiple times, but do different things, and I totally forgot to turn the sound back on again. My bad. There we go. So here, we're going to let the glider go in there, and our goal here is that we want to clog up this area so we can get past the slide here. So we're going to start by sending more gliders this way. And we're eventually going to need to use those blocks there, so let's continue doing this. This section reminds me of a level I made when I was a little kid, basically with the same concept. It was called Wipeout, and it featured these 4 quadrants. One of them, I think all of them involved gliders, if I remember correctly. Well, actually, no, wait a minute. I think only 2 of them involved gliders. The other involved balls, and another involved blocks, I think. Now, technically, I could use the headbanger glitch that is exclusive to MS mode to get across that. The one from Flameboy in CCLP2, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do this the intended way. But yeah, when I saw that little glider section in this level, it brought back some memories. I wish I had those old levels. Those were cool. Okay, there we go. Oh, and now we need to actually do this. So you can't really use the headbanger rule here, because you are required to take blocks across with you. And that's a little precarious if you are not expecting a wall there. Okay, what do we have here? Whoa. Glider. Alright, what do we have? More invisible stuff. Okay, a little block puzzle, another invisible wall. Okay, this is pretty easy. There we go. Of course. Alright, so we found a dead end, but at least we now know what's over here, and we can backtrack to take care of the other side. And that was worked out timing-wise perfectly. I like it when that happens. Especially when you're optimizing. I like it when you're optimizing. Okay, so it looks like there's a block over here, along with a chip. And, okay, so we can't move these blocks down to the bomb, but what we can do is bridge over to this side and grab this other block. It's a pretty nice use of limiting the maneuverability of blocks in order to do this. It's pretty cool. Alright, there we go. So now we have only one chip left. So hopefully we can find it over this way. Aha, here we go. I guess if we miss anything, we can go back through the force floor there, but we didn't, so we can exit. Good level, Tyler. I really liked that one. The suffocating darkness of the sewers gave way to a vista of sunlight and fresh air. The sparkling waters of San Francisco Bay spread out before Chip, and his heart lifted as he breathed deeply of the fresh salt air. "Chip!" a familiar voice cried behind him, giving his heart a thrilling jolt. "Melinda!" he gasped, spinning to face her. "And just when I thought this harbor was the most gorgeous thing here." She laughed, running down from the pier to greet him with a hug. "It's good to see you too, safe and sound. How did your mission go?" Chip hesitated, a coldness creeping into his heart as he remembered his conversations with Maximus. "I got in," he replied carefully. "And I found out some very important things, Melinda. Maximus is working with, maybe controlled by, the Bitbusters traitor. They're both after the mystical chip of epic coolness, and they know exactly where to find it." Melinda's face turned grave. "I was afraid of that, Chip. I came up here to check on the defenses of Isla Mystica, where the vault is hidden. But I found our private launch, SS Chippership, missing. They must have gotten here ahead of me and stolen the boat to travel to the island." "There's more," Chip hesitated. "Maximus told me that you knew him, that you made him, and that your boyfriend helped." "Oh no," Melinda said. "I think I know what he meant. Oh, Chip, I should have told you sooner." She looked away, flushing. "There was someone I dated, a long time ago." "You've met him. Jude." She forestalled his exclamation. "I know, he's stuck up and self-centered. But I was younger and less wise than I am now. I valued mere intellect over compassion, empathy, friendship, and loyalty. He was the smartest young man I knew, and a valuable research partner, and together we accomplished amazing things." She paused. "But perhaps the most amazing was the AI chip, the technology that enables independent thought in a computer, the technology that powers Eddie, and also Maximus." "But you didn't know anything about Maximus's creation, right?" Chip asked. "So how did his creator get a hold of your technology?" "There's only one other person who knows it well enough to have used it this way," Melinda replied grimly, "and that's the one who helped me design it. I don't know why Jude would betray us. He understands the dangers of using the mist chip just as well as I do. But it all fits. Who was in a better position than him to hack our computers and steal our secrets? Who was in a better position than... Who was in a better position to place those blobs on the plane he knew you would take? Chip, I have a bad feeling about all this. I have to get back to the clubhouse and find out what's going on." She hesitated, looking distraught. "But meanwhile, our enemies are speeding toward Isla Mystica, and it seems likely Maximus himself is leading them. What if they make it into the vault before I can send reinforcements? I don't know which way to go." "Let me worry about Maximus," Chip said staunchly. "I'll find a boat, go after them, and do everything I can to distract them until you can send help." "You don't know what you'd be getting into," Melinda said in frustration. "The whole island is a death trap, covered with creatures and puzzles too tough to keep in the labs back at the clubhouse. I can't ask you to go into that kind of danger, not again." "You're not asking. I'm volunteering," Chip stated, trying to radiate strength. "I want to do this, for the Bitbusters, and for you." Melinda looked at him long and searchingly, a strange expression on her face. Then she leaned forward and hugged him again, hard, and whispered in his ear, "Thank you, Chip. You're a better friend, a better man than anyone I know. Jude doesn't stand a chance against you." Chip turned red and stumbled over his goodbye to her. But as she was climbing the bank toward the buildings of San Francisco, and he was heading along the docks in search of a ship, his head felt like it might float off his shoulders. It seemed childish now to worry about Melinda's secrets. Her praise inspired him, and he was determined to prove that he deserved it. Whatever it took, he would stop Maximus and save the mist ship. Metal Harbor. This is one of my favorite levels in the set, for sure. So you're supposed to figure out that we need to place this here for a path back here in a minute. So in case you couldn't tell by now, based on the revelation that we just found out, Jude is indeed short for Judas, as a betrayer character. Which I thought was pretty cool. I don't know who came up with the idea for Jude as a name. I can't remember that. If it was the architect or someone else on the staff. Okay, so here we've got this. We're going to have to lose our boots in order to push blocks into this room, so it looks like we're going to have to find a way around it. I really like when levels like this have something like that looks really easy, but then it turns out that your expectations get totally subverted and you have to figure out another way in. It's always a fun twist to a level. That's, again, one reason why I still love Obstacle Course among the levels I made. I'm hoping to make something, like more levels that are akin to that, where there's twists at the end that are not necessarily things that would require you to go back to the beginning and redo everything. Like big revelations that go, hey, guess what? You've been doing everything wrong the whole time. Like, not that kind of stuff, but more clever than that, you know, not just slapping people in the face. So I'm assuming we need to go there because there's a marker of fire there, which makes that path shorter. And we got fire boots, so makes sense. And we can see the force slide, which is encouraging. So yeah, looking back on it now that I've been away from the set for a while, and I'm playing it here on the channel now, I feel a little bit more proud of the story that we came up with. Like, at first I thought it might be a little bit too much, but I think it plants a lot of the, or puts a lot of the revelations at a good pace. Like, the plot moves along at a fairly decent speed. Alright, so it looks like we have to bridge there now. And there wasn't really like a whole lot of plot-related stuff at the beginning, other than like the opening stuff with the tutorials. And I like that, you know, it gave some groundwork, but then it allowed you to develop your skills of the game before plunging you into deeper stuff where, you know, you might need a little bit more incentive to keep going, especially since this, for most people, this might be considered a long game. Especially if they're new to Chip's Challenge and they haven't played the original, which is technically longer with all the really long block pushing levels in that set. Alright, here we go. So what do we have here? Alright, looks like we need to go down the slide. The only place we can get to. Okay, so let's bridge up. Okay, we can open that. Alright, what do we do here now? Looks like we have no choice but to go up. Okay, if I do this, I can push blocks down the slide, and then I can catch them. I wish this level opened with you on the exit. That would be awesome. Seriously, why was that not a part of the design? Like, I think that would have been cool if you started on the exit in this level. That would have been neat. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I just thought it would be kind of cool. Alright, we're getting there. Now, you can block slap in links, but that doesn't mitigate the whole slide thing, so I think it does help you save time as far as getting the block pushing done, but not by much. Alright, great level, Tyler. I really liked this one. After navigating the large, complex harbor for a while, Chip finally found a ship that looked large enough to transport him to Isla Mystica. He hoped its crew would take him aboard. "Hello?" he shouted up at the figures moving around on deck. "May I speak with your captain?" "Arr!" came a ferocious growl. The captain appeared at the rail, resplendent in long coat, three-cornered hat, and sharp gleaming cutlass. His long, well-oiled mustache quivered as he bellowed a reply. "Who be wantin' to speak with me?" "Pirates?" Chip exclaimed, startled and impressed. "I thought you guys went extinct a few centuries ago." The pirate captain leaned down and whispered, grinning, "Actually, we're really just cosplayers, but don't tell the boys that. Their cutlasses are real, and they just love to use them." Sure," Chip said, confused. Did the captain mean his crew would actually cut Chip up if he failed to play along? Was that even legal? "I need to get to Isla Mystica. Can you take me? I'll pay whatever's necessary."
"Aye, I know the island. We'll get ye there. The price be steep, however."
"What is it?" Chip asked nervously. The captain winked.
"The boys has been looking for some fun lately. How'd ye like to play escaped prisoner while you're aboard?"
Ship-plank galleon. This level I love. "Ahoy there, Chip. Check the upper and... Oh, excuse me.
"Ahoy there, Chip. Check the upper and lower decks of the galleon for treasure. Oh, and watch out for pirates."
Alright. Watch out for pirates. I guess those are pirates. The teeth. Okay, looks like I'm going to have to get one of these teeth on the button here since we haven't seen blocks. Okay, yeah, there's the trap, I'm assuming. Looks like there's just more chips over there, so let's go in the trap while the teeth's there. Okay, so this must be the lower deck. Alright, what do we have here? We've got a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm going to move this bug over there to that bomb. And then we've got this situation here. This looks kind of fishy. And I probably should have come up with a better strategy than removing all the dirt like I just did. But that's alright. Alright, I'm going to let this T stay down here. And then let's do this. Let's go in the room here. Actually, that was probably a bad idea. Maybe this was a bad idea. Oh, I like how you can go out there. That's cool. But we'll let him blow this up. Alright, 6 chips remaining. Good, good, good. Okay, so we just have to dodge this dude here. There we go. Alright. So now we got 5, 3... Okay, yeah, we're good. There's a plank here, which we can walk out briefly on. And that's it. And I gotta say, the bold route for this level is absolutely one of my favorites in the set. It was so satisfying to find. The pirates' costumes and accents might be fake, but at least they knew how to sail their replica ship. They reached Isla Mystica in a matter of hours. Chip hurried ashore to sheltered cove, then turned to thank the captain. He saluted the crew with a raised fist and his very best "Arr!" They loved it, shouting and waving their cutlasses back at him. The captain had been informed that Chip expected backup, so the would-be pirates didn't stick around to pick him up. As they started maneuvering their ship out of the cove, Chip turned and surveyed the prospect inland. It wasn't encouraging. A dark, misty forest spread away from him, climbing the sides of a menacing cinder cone. Even though the volcano appeared extinct, it cast a threatening shadow over the jungle below. The traps and puzzles Melinda had mentioned weren't apparent, but he was sure he would encounter them farther in. As Chip moved warily into the forest, he noticed a strange sound that pervaded the air all around him. An oddly familiar chomping sound. Then he saw a flash of movement behind a tangle of tree limbs. "Teeth!" he exclaimed. The carnivorous monsters were all around him. Fortunately, though they were trying their best to reach him, the dense forest hindered their movements. "I'll just have to be careful not to queer the branches too close to them," Chip told himself. Jeepers creepers. So this is a level that I really like, primarily just because it serves as kind of a nice alternative to Spooks, while feeling very different. Like, Spooks had a lot of openness to it, whereas this level feels very restrictive. But if you're playing the bold route for this level, you can blast through the teeth, much like the Spooks route. Although, I don't feel like doing that here, since I don't remember the layout of this level, so I'll just do it the normal way, just going through this like a maze. One thing I do like about it is that the sections of dangerous territory with the teeth are fairly pronounced, and they're not, like, super pervasive either. So, I'm normally not a big fan of blue wall mazes where you have to remove obstacles while there are hazards around, or remove blue walls while there are hazards around. But this one, I don't mind so much, just because you can at least start to get on your guard whenever you near the hazards, which is not bad. Like, I like that. That's pretty cool. It's funny, I don't think I've played this level this way since I first encountered it in the Chip 56 Let's Play I did. That was the first Let's Play where I used Tile World. Wow, that was a long time ago. It's funny looking back at things like that you're still interested in, you know, like in this case, this game, and you're like, wow, I've done a lot of growing up and stuff since then. It's kind of funny to think about it, but it's true. You know, I moved to Colorado, and I had my first relationship earlier this year. By the way, I'm feeling a lot better since the last video. Still a little melancholy, but not exactly to the degree I was last time. I'm starting to make some moves out in the dating world again. I think I mentioned that before, but I feel like I'm actually a little bit more serious about it now. Because before, you know, it kind of felt like, you know, that sort of feeling of trying to rebound after a relationship. And now it feels more like, hey, you know, this, I need to actually be serious about this. This isn't just something to joke around about or just mess around with. All right. So... Alright, there we go. And I feel like we're getting close to the end. We still have 4 chips. I feel like we should be able to... Okay, here we go. There is a path. I do wish this level had a little bit more in the way of loops and whatnot, but this is cool. I'm not... Oh. Well done on putting a dead end that was that long. I forgot about that. That's something you don't see in a lot of mazes these days, but I like that. Okay, we need to get that chip down there, and then one more somewhere. Whoa! Oh boy, that's not good. Run! Where's the last one, guys? Oh, there it is. Oh boy, that's not good at all. Yay, we made it. Or did we? Ah! Okay, this is way better than the way the LP end of Chip 56 ended. Oh, that was fun. There's no loops in the level if you play it safe, but we just created our own right there. Use keys to buy time. All blue walls are solid, have 20 chips left after the first maze. Alright, so we played this in the other 100 tiles Let's Play. And it's a fun level. I like this one a lot. As far as like chase race type levels go, I do like the idea of a race where you can actually make it harder on yourself by saving time, not activating these stalling measures for the paramecia. But I am actually going to stall the paramecia as long as I can here, so... I do... Oh, wait, no, I don't need to use the key here. Never mind. Okay, so we used all the keys. Looks like they're still going down there. Okay, here they come. Alright, cool level by Andrew. This was definitely high on our list to include just because it was a chase level and it was definitely a very uniquely built level too. Utter Clutter. Another 100 tiles level, or other 100 tiles. One of the main reasons we included this one, this was a little bit lower in ranking, but we included it mainly just because we didn't really have a level that had a lot of chips in it that was higher in difficulty. I mean, the only one that we really had was Twister earlier on, that at least I can think of off the top of my head, and that was really easy. So we wanted something that was a little more of a challenge, a little longer. Because one of the things that quite a few of us had fond memories of from CC1 was the that feeling of completing all full. And wait a minute, do we have 3? Wait a minute, I did something wrong there, didn't I? How do I get that? Okay, I missed something. Let's... Oh, wait, no, I do have another red key. That was weird. I thought I ran out. Am I just mixing up that red key in inventory with the red keys around the level and not seeing things? That must be what happened there. Okay, I was going to say, man, if that didn't work out, what would the solution to that be? Okay, so let's go over here. We can collect a couple of red keys from this side. I don't think I really want to go down that yet. Or do I? Okay, I guess we can do that. That is a dead end for now. It's been a while since I played this one, so... I guess I could have... No, I couldn't have gone back. Alright, so we have no choice but to go here. And let's go through this teleport. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, that worked out. There's something really satisfying about that. Okay, I happen to know that we need another block from here, so I'm going to turn one around and then put in the water there. Thankfully, these are not one-time use cloners, which is nice. So one thing I'm not a big fan of, actually, is the slide below is for fireballs only. Make sure that they're there before going through the red door. Okay. Is that what I was supposed to do? I hope it is. Anyway, one thing I'm not a big fan of is when people put those mechanisms that govern that something can only be used once, like somewhere off screen. Like, I really don't like that. I think it's a little, not unfair, but I guess I'm just one of those people who likes to see the mechanisms in a level when I'm playing it, or at least if I can't see it during play, then at least see it after I'm done, you know? But something like that, I feel like you should be able to see it while you're playing. Like that, it only makes sense, at least for me. Okay, there's a key under that. A yellow key, too. Where have we seen a yellow door? Not here. I think there was one back here, wasn't there? There was one up in the, not there. Right there. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Over here, right? Yeah, it's over here. Okay, so we need to get the skates now. Alright, so from here we can grab all this. Ooh, and we can drown out the sound of the button presses by doing that. Okay, so now we can press this, and oh my goodness, there you go. That gravel space was originally a recessed wall, but we decided to make it gravel to... I think we were supposed to have fireballs here, weren't we? Yeah, I think we messed this up. Okay, we need to figure this out. How do you get fireballs onto that? Was I supposed to press that red button at a different time? Now I'm struggling to remember that. I'm going to open that up because I feel like we need to send something down there. Okay, let me think here. So something needs to come... well, hang on. Wait, no, they come through the other side. I think they come through the other side. That's where that fire path leads, right? Oh, I can't really see from here. But I know that there's a path, and I think we could see it from above earlier. I kind of skimmed over the hint, so I really need to read it more carefully. I guess I could just get those... no, wait, I can't get those chips at that point. I have to go through this whole thing here, and then go down that force floor. Nice job with the design on that, Andrew. That's pretty clever. Okay, so the fireball cloner over there doesn't seem to do any good. At least from what I can tell. Okay, let's take another look at this. I obviously missed something. Okay, so somehow fireballs have to get on here, right? Oh, I have to let fireballs from that room get out over here. Okay, I forgot about that. Yeah, I liked that. That's pretty cool. Let's do that and set it up here. But first we have to get the fire boots, of course, so we'll take care of that before anything else. That's right, because this red button controls the, what you call it, the glider, the glider cloner that clones the glider holding down the trap buttons. So we made the mistake of going through the red door before the fireballs were on the slide. Not sure what I was thinking there, but oh well. Also I need to press that button. Alright, I'm probably going to end the video after this level, but that's okay. I feel like we've done a lot. Especially since we had so much reading to do in this video. Okay, so now we have the fire boots. So it should just be a matter of going in here, like that, and then I'm actually going to, well, I think that should be safe, or not. There we go. Okay, so now the fireballs should all be down, safe and sound on the slide. So at this point, I should just be able to get the skates and take care of that. Then we can start taking on the rest of the level. So I think another concept that was in this level that we also wanted to make sure was represented was the idea of filling up a level with stuff. And in this case, I don't think there was any floor tile that was actually, or any tile that had just floor. I think that was one of the concepts that we singled this level out for. And it did a pretty good job with that. There's been a lot of levels like that that have been made over the years, but for me, this one is one of the best, in my opinion. Alright, there we go. So now they're blowing up all the bombs. Yeah, you can see it from here. I wasn't really noticing earlier, but that's cool. Okay, so let's go back this way. We would have had bold by now if we were optimizing. And let's get the booty over here. Sorry guys, I just got off the pirate ship, you know? Gotta use pirate terms. Alright, there we go. Got a green key now. So now I need a yellow key. Where am I gonna get a yellow key? Nothing over there. Is there something over here? There is, isn't there? There was like a green door, and yeah, here we go. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on here. Alright, I don't want to go through that quite yet. Okay, I get the idea. That is clever. I like that. Kind of reminds me of Oh-Ho from CCLP3. Except in this case, you actually have to walk out on the toggle walls, whereas that was an entirely red herring kind of affair. Alright, there we go. Got a red key, which should come in handy over this way. And we got flippers, which we can use to collect the 4 chips here. The only ones left. Alright, there we go. So now we are done collecting chips, which means we should be free to go through the traps one last time and exit the level. Really, really fun level. I like this one a lot. Alright, and that should do it. And next time we will move on to Blockade. So until then, thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you on the flip side.